Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of BNEWS Sports Hub. I'm your host, Gillespie. This month, we traveled down to the BHS gym to take a look at the girls' varsity volleyball team. We'll have a discussion with head coach Cassandra Blum, as well as two senior captains, Joyce and Lindsay Baxter. We also have the Red Devil Review with Robert Paris and our player spotlight. And that's all right here on this month's edition of BNEWS Sports Hub. Jumpstart our discussion about the BHS girls varsity volleyball team, we'll offer you a little refresher of the past couple of seasons. We go now to BNews sports reporter Robert Paris for the Red Devil Review.
Hey everyone, I'm BNews sports reporter Robert Paris, and welcome to the Red Devil Review. During the 2018-19 offseason, girls varsity volleyball coach Courtney Wall took some time from Burlington High School to spend it with her newborn child. Stepping up to the plate to fill the void for the team was girls freshman coach Cassandra Blum. In 2006, Blum began her career as a student athlete at BHS as a freshman when she joined the volleyball team during the program's second year. After graduating high school in 2010, she attended Sacred Heart University in Connecticut, where she studied psychology and education. Blum then returned to Burlington, where she became a teacher at Burlington's Early Childhood Center inside of the high school. Before coaching at the varsity level, Blum coached for 5 years as a freshman volleyball coach. She now brings those years of experience and knowledge as first a player, then a coach to the varsity program. Now let's take a wider look at the program and start by talking about the 2017 season, a season that was so close, but so far. The girls started off by winning their first match, but shortly after that, they went on an up and down winning and losing streak. They had an overall record of 14-8 and a league record of 10-6. They qualified for the MIAA playoff tournament and defeated the Charlestown Townies and Weston Wildcats in 2 3-0 shutouts. The girls were headed to the third round of the playoffs, only to get shut out by the Danvers Falcons 3-0, which ended their season. Defensively, it was a strong year for the team. The girls' defense only allowed 9 points the entire season. The 2018 season felt a lot like 2017 all over again, but with some improvement. The first 3 matches were not what they had hoped for, and they fell to 0-3 at the start of the season. That all changed when a 7-game winning streak began and led the team to 7-3. The Lady Devils lost 4 more games throughout the remainder of that season. The Lady Devils qualified for the MIAA playoff tournament once again, where the girls had 2 shutout performances against the Greater Lawrence Technical High School Reggies and the Weston Wildcats. They then went out to defeat the Arlington Catholic Cougars 3-1. The Lady Devils then went on to the D2 North Finals, where they met the 15-3 Linfield Pioneers. Unfortunately, the team was shut out by the Pioneers 3-0, ending their season. The team finished the regular season 16-8 overall and 10-6 in the league. As the team continues into the 2019 season, head coach Blum and her players have been growing together and learning how to play with one another on the varsity level. Now let's take a look at some of the stats from the 2017 and 18 seasons. First up is Maddie Metzdorf. During her junior year on the team, she played as an outside hitter and libero, who is also known as the main defensive player. Metzdorf performed really well as a junior. She managed to play 73 sets, aka matches, garnered 155 points, or in volleyball lingo, known as kills. She had a killing percentage of 35.9 and 432 attacking or point attempts. As Metzdorf headed into her final year on the team, she was a major contributor for 2018. She continued to play as the outside hitter and libero as well. Madison played 86 sets and had an additional 233 kills. Her killing percentage that year was 36, and her attacking attempts was 646. With the absence of Metzdorf, sophomore Lindsay Baxter will be stepping up to the plate. At the time of the 2017 season, Baxter was a sophomore and Metzdorf's alternate, as well as the defensive specialist and libero. Baxter played really well during that season. She played 55 sets, had 3 kills. Her killing percentage was 50, and had 6 attacking attempts. Baxter would return for her junior year in 2018, where she continued to learn along the way and play at a steady growth. She continued to play as a defensive specialist and libero during that season. Baxter played 86 sets, had an additional 5 kills. Her killing percentage was 62.5 and added another 8 attacking attempts. Baxter is currently a senior on the team, and her position is the libero. Finally, let's talk about our key contributor, Krista Magnarelli. Magnarelli was a sophomore in 2017 and a swing player. This means she played on JV and varsity. She was rarely seen on the court with her teammates that season. However, she played 6 sets, had 1 kill. Her killing percentage that year was 7.7 and had 13 attacking attempts. Magnarelli was given more playing time her junior year in 2018 and continued to play as the middle blocker. She played 50 sets, had 26 kills. Her killing percentage was 30.2 and had 86 attacking attempts. Now that Magnarelli is a senior, she is looking forward to playing her position as the middle and right side. And as she does this, she is learning along the way and teaching underclassmen while doing so. That is all for your Red Devil Review. I'm Robert Paris. Back to you, Liz.
Thank you, Robert. Now let's talk to Cass. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So what got you into volleyball?
I played volleyball here in Burlington, and my freshman year of high school was only the second season that Burlington had a volleyball team.
Oh, wow.
So it was a brand new program, a brand new sport for the town, and it just sounded like something fun to get into, and ever since then have been hooked.
What got you into coaching here?
It was perfect timing for me. The second I graduated college, my old coach reached out to me and said there was a position available and would I like to come in and interview for it. And I couldn't turn down the offer, and I've been here ever since.
Wow. So how long has that been?
I've had 5 full seasons coaching freshmen, and this is my 6th season coaching with Burlington.
Nice. So what made you step up, or what made you want to step up from being the freshman coach?
When I had the opportunity, I was really excited and honored to be able to go from freshman to the varsity level. It's always been fun at the freshman level to see the girls grow from August when we try out to the end of the season and the end of October.
Yeah.
They grow a lot as a freshman, and it's fun to see that change. But taking on the new role as varsity coach and really preparing for playoffs and working towards a different goal sounded exciting and more challenging for me.
What are some of the differences between being the freshman coach and being the varsity coach?
Yeah, so it's very different because at the freshman level, they're really just learning the basics and trying to get the ball over the net, trying to get the serve over the net, and learn as we go and win a few games. Luckily, all my seasons coaching freshmen, they've done really, really well.
Nice.
Winning-wise and learning-wise. And then as a varsity coach, it's different because you girls already know all the mechanics, you know the basics, so it's really about how we're going to work together as a team, how are we going to prepare for the next game, and how are we going to get those wins to make it into the playoffs and hopefully go as far in the playoffs as we can.
Yeah. Has the transition been difficult, or have you just really stepped up to it?
Yeah, it's been different. I mean, it's been challenging because it's a totally different level, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed it.
What does it feel like to have some of the girls you coached as freshmen that have now grown into starting varsity players?
That's been probably my favorite part. Coaching this varsity team is that I've coached most of these girls maybe 3, 2, or 1 year ago on the freshman team, and it's really fun to see them at the higher stakes game playing and see how much they've grown from that year.
Awesome. So there's new JV and freshman coaches. So what do you think of them, Wingsy and Emily?
They've stepped in and done really well. Before they were here, the 5 years I were here was coaching freshmen. We had the same varsity coach and the same JV coach for all 5 years, so it was a nice cohesive unit, the three of us. And this past year we lost the varsity and the JV coach. We all know I moved up, and they've really stepped in and done a nice job working together and starting this new volleyball group.
Nice. So have you done anything volleyball related on the off season or outside of volleyball season or in the gym?
I have in the past. In the past, I've coached a lot of middle school clubs, travel clubs in the Woburn rec department.
Oh, cool.
So I've done a lot. Yeah.
Nice. So are there any particular games that you're the most excited for?
We do have a big game tomorrow, which will be September 27th. It's a Friday, against Melrose. We always are excited to play Melrose. They're always very good. They're always really, really challenging. Excuse me. Right now, they're undefeated.
Wow.
We have one loss, and our stats are really comparable. So I'm really excited for that game to see how we play together against them on the court. Another game we always look forward to is playing Woburn. They're town rivals, so it's fun to play that game. This season we get to play them twice. We played them first. Our first game this year, we were happy to beat them in that first game, and then we play them again our last game of the season this year.
Wow.
We'll start and end the season with Woburn, so those will be fun games too.
So talk to me a little bit about the tryout process.
Tryouts begin, it's a Thursday in August. We make sure all girls get 3 tryouts. It's a Thursday, a Friday, sometimes a Saturday in August. We like to see, really what we're looking for is girls with skills, girls who are athletic, and also girls who are coachable. I always like to see if you give them a correction at tryouts, are they able to at least try a different way and try to take your correction, because we look to take girls on the team who are going to be coachable, who are going to work hard. Tryouts, we really kind of run through all the basics, and then we see who stands out from there.
Nice. So have there been any players that have really surprised you this season?
Yeah, everyone has really stepped up this season. We've done really, really well. It's nice to see, obviously, Kelly Joyce and Lindsay Baxter, our 2 captains, are playing really well. Her kills are, I think, first or second in the league right now, which is awesome. Lindsay's, her dig numbers are really, really high in the league, so that's great. But unexpected people stepping up would be probably, we have a sophomore, Molly Murphy, who's consistently giving us kills. Her first year on a varsity team. Same thing with Caroline Curtin, a junior. She's doing a great job. And then we have our senior, Krista Magnarelli, middle, who's always consistently hitting and serving for us. So I could keep going and talk about all the girls, but everyone's really doing a great job.
That's awesome. Speaking of players, let's take a look at this month's Player Spotlight featuring Krista Magnarelli.
I'm Krista Magnarelli, and this is BNEWS Sports Hub Player Spotlight. Well, I started out freshman year. I was on the freshman team. I'd never really played volleyball before. I'd done a few camps, and my sophomore year I was actually a swing player, so I was able to play with JV and varsity and play with some really talented players, which was awesome, and I got to grow. And then since then I've been on varsity the last 2 years. I wasn't really a starter before, but in the past I've been able to start. Last year I worked on right side, which was new for me, and that was kind of something that we all tried out as a team. And this year I'm actually starting middle, which is different for us too and can really help the team. I think I'm a pretty good vocal leader. I like to, get everyone hyped, get really excited for the game, and I think that's something that when I'm loud, it makes other people contagious as well.
Krista is a senior this year. She's been really consistent on the court for us, always putting up kills every game, serving the past 2 games 100% at the line, so she's really just been that consistent, talkative person on the court. Krista always has a lot of energy on the court and during practices, so we want everyone on the team to build off that and continue to get some wins down the road.
Hopefully that's the goal this year, is to make playoffs, but more importantly work together, build some chemistry between us since we are a younger team. I'm really excited to play the more intense games like Woburn. We've always had really good games with them, so I'm excited for that.
Great job, Krista. And now back to Cass. So, what did you think about the player spotlight?
I loved the player spotlight. Krista, she's right when she says she's a vocal leader. She's always the one cheering every girl on, even in practices, games, wherever we are. She's always saying, great job, great hit, great try, great anything. Even if someone makes a mistake, she's always there vocally cheering everyone on and really building their confidence. She's been really consistent for us this year, and I can't wait to see how she continues to help us in the season.
Cool. So, a little different. How do you decide on captains for upcoming seasons?
So really it's based on who I think is going to be a good leader on the team. Doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's starting or who's giving us the best stats. Really, to be a captain, you have to be a really great leader, willing to work hard and show maybe the underclassmen or anyone else on the team what it takes to be a team and how to lead the team, have a good attitude, all things like that. Volleyball is a really big team sport, so
yeah,
those captains really need to be leaders and team-oriented.
Speaking of leaders, how tough is it to decide who's starting a game?
It is tough because in volleyball we have a team of 14 right now and only 7 if we have a libero start or play maybe in the game, so it's half the girls, so it's really hard to decide, but it's really about who's working the hardest, who's being the most consistent, and who I really think is ready to step up and play whatever opponent we're playing that day. Cool.
So you have a day job at the preschool, right?
I do.
So how different is it working with preschoolers to working with high school student athletes?
Yeah, it's very different. I mean, I go from 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, all the way, then switch gears completely and go to high schoolers. It's like different but similar in so many ways, from babies to high schoolers. I don't know. It's a fun transition. I really enjoy going from the kids to the high schoolers. It's like I said, it's different in so many ways,
yeah,
but the same in so many ways.
I love it. So what do you expect from Lindsay and Kelly as captains? Or just in general?
Yeah, Lindsay and Kelly have been wonderful captains. Like I said, we look for leaders, and they've been nothing short of really, really great leaders on and off the court, game days, practice days. They really lead the team vocally, energetically, if that's a word.
Yeah.
They've been wonderful captains and show great leadership, great attitude always, great sportsmanship. Besides all that, they're playing really well. They're giving up great numbers and stats on the season. So they've been wonderful captains this year.
Awesome. So do you think of any defensive strategies by yourself or on your own time?
Yeah. So depending on who we're playing that week or that next day, I try to talk to other coaches in the league or try to find some game film and see what that team looks like and how we can maybe change or adjust our game a little bit to try to get them off their game as best as we can.
Yeah. Nice. So this year, you guys the team finally beat Reading for the first time since 2013. What did that victory feel like?
That game was unbelievable, honestly. So I wasn't coaching in Burlington back in 2013. My first season was 2014. So I've never seen us beat Reading.
Wow.
And that game was truly electric. The gym was the loudest I've heard since the D2 North Finals. Honestly, the game was loud. Everyone was cheering. It went all the way to 5 sets. I think we lost the first, won the second, lost the third, won the fourth, and then won the fifth. So it was an awesome game. It was an awesome win for us, and it really built our confidence going into the rest of the season.
Wow.
They were a tough team, so nothing to take away from Reading. They were a great team, and we were just a little bit better that day.
It was a hard fought.
It was.
So what are some of the main things that you've learned while being a coach here?
I've learned, I guess this is where it's the same as like preschool and high school. I've learned a lot that positive reinforcement goes a long way with anyone really, but especially with coaching. Give them any sort of positive comment or a little bit of correction with the positive twist on it. I think it really goes a long way. Everyone, at least the girls on my team, are really, really hard on themselves. If they make a mistake, they know it, they feel it, they internalize it. So I try to really be positive with them, and I think it helps them feel better about themselves and move on and get ready to keep working hard.
Yeah. So what's been your favorite part of being a coach here? Sorry.
My favorite part of being a coach here, it's really cool coming back to the school where I played here in Burlington. I love seeing where the program has gone back from 2006, I want to say, all the way now to 2019. So that's a huge span. The program has grown tremendously. That's definitely what I love about coaching here in Burlington.
Was there a freshman team when you started?
No, there was not.
Oh, wow.
When I played, there was just a varsity and JV team.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what year they made a freshman team, but it was after 2010. I graduated in 2010.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 7 seniors graduated last year, and now you've had to make almost an entirely new, brand new varsity lineup. So how was the rebuilding process?
It's gone a lot better than I expected, to be honest with you. Losing that many seniors and seniors that were really big contributors on the court, I wasn't sure what to expect going into the season. It was going to be a rebuilding year. We have a lot of brand new faces in the varsity team and on the varsity court. But the girls have really, truly stepped up. They work hard every day. And it's really, knock on wood, gone really seamless. They've gelled together really well. That's a really great group of 14 girls who work together on and off the court. So it's really nice.
Awesome. And similar to that, you're going to lose 7 seniors this year. How do you think that's going to affect the team next year?
So I'd like to think it'll go the same as it did this year, which was nice and smooth and seamless, but you never know. I mean, we're losing really big seniors this year. Kelly Joyce, Lindsay, Baxter, Kristen Magnorelli, all the girls you talked about, those are really big players for us. So it's going to be tricky next year, but we are still returning some really big players like Molly Murphy, Sam Mira, Liz Gillespie, Caroline Curtin. We will have some players staying and playing next year, but it's always hard to fill those big senior roles.
Yeah. And so this year, you decided to mix it up a little bit. It's no longer Dig Pink. It's now Volley for a Cure. What motivated you to do that?
So this was kind of a personal change for me. Back in March of this past year, March 2019, I guess, my sister, Brianna Aperzizi, she graduated from Burlington in 2014, and she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. So the past 6 months, she's gone through treatments. She's had 12 chemotherapy treatments and has, again, knock on wood, done really well with the treatments. Doctors are really positive for her. But I just had it in my heart to do something bigger. We've done Dig Pink for so many years. We've given so much money to that society, and that's wonderful. But I figured this year, let's raise money to a different cause. Brianna, she's 23 years old. She is battling cancer and was a volleyball player in Burlington, so I figured it would be a great game for us. Something new, something a lot of people, I'm sure, can empathize with someone going through cancer. There's so many different kinds of lymphoma, so many different kinds of leukemia. So I thought it was a great new thing to do.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, by the way.
Thank you.
Is there anything different about the event? Just kind of the cause and the name, or
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
else?
I think the biggest difference is where we're sending our money and what color we're going to be wearing. We've always worn pink for Dig Pink. It's a breast cancer awareness game. This year it's called Volley for a Cure. It's going to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, October 11th. Be there. We'll have raffles. We'll have pizza. Come to the game. But the other big difference is that we're wearing purple. So Brianna, my sister, she had Hodgkin's lymphoma. The color for that is purple. So in honor of her, we're going to be wearing purple instead of pink.
Great. So is there anything else that I haven't asked about that you'd like to talk about? Or
I don't think so. I think you hit all the questions.
Awesome.
It was wonderful being here. Thanks for talking
you so
with
much.
me. Anytime.
All right. And we'll be right back with seniors Kelly, Joyce, and Lindsay Baxter.
I'm ambitious.
I will not hide it.
We will not hide it.
We embrace ambition.
Women are made to be ambitious.
I will dream big.
Big, without hesitation.
We will take risks.
Not live in fear.
We will rise together.
Rise above the negativity.
No longer will ambition in a woman
Be seen as a negative.
We will model ambition
For our daughters.
I will help women around the world,
the whole world.
to succeed.
Women are tough.
Strong.
Powerful.
Ambition is feminine.
Ambition is empowering.
Ambition is not a dirty word.
Ambition is sexy.
Ambition is very sexy.
What's your ambition?
To help women build empires.
Help more women run for office.
Empower women financially.
To compete equally in sports.
For all of us to lean in together.
To transform societies.
Change the world.
Own your power.
Own your power.
Own your dreams.
No judgments.
No judgments. We own it.
Take the pledge.
Embrace ambition.
Embrace ambition. Will you?
Oh. And so now we're going to talk to senior captains Kelly and Lindsay. Hi. How you guys doing?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm good. So what got you guys involved in playing volleyball?
I first started playing when my older sister Sheila, she started playing her freshman year, and I was really inspired to start playing with her. And even if it was just peppering in the backyard or something, I started just playing like small pickup games with her.
Cool.
And then I was close with Kelly in 7th grade, and seeing her get into volleyball really made me want to start volleyball, so we began to do some clinics together, and we've just played ever since then.
Cool. So how long have you guys been playing for?
7th grade, for me, about 7th grade.
Nice. So what's your favorite part about being on the team?
I really love getting to become friends with new people of all different ages that I normally probably wouldn't see during school. And I love being on such a successful team every year, and it's just a lot of fun to play volleyball.
Yeah, I love being a part of a competitive program.
Yeah.
We love winning. I love making new friends, and it's just so fun. I love the volleyball season.
Nice. So you guys have been here for all 4 years. What's your favorite memory from that time?
I'd have to say probably all of the playoff runs that we've gone through. I love the postseason. November's best time of the year.
Nice.
It's so competitive. The energy's always high. It's just so much fun.
My favorite time was when we beat AC last year in the semifinals of the playoff round. They were seeded number 1 and we were number 12, so it was a big upset to beat them 3-1, and I just always remember that.
So what have you guys learned from freshman year until senior year?
One of the most important things I've learned is to have a short memory. I know in the beginning I would always get mad at myself, and I would be mad that I would shank a pass or not do well, but you got to know that volleyball is a game of short memory and you have to move on to the next one. Just keep playing.
I've definitely learned to have confidence in myself. I think over the year I've become like a stronger vocal leader, and just a leader on the court too. And I learned to like leave it all out on the court.
Of course. So what are some responsibilities that you guys have as captains?
Definitely being vocal leaders on and off the court, being able to communicate from the team back to coach, and really sparking the energy in every game we play.
Yeah, I think keeping the energy up too is really big, especially this year.
Of course. So what are some things that you guys try to teach the underclassmen?
I think same thing that I've learned is to keep a short memory. That's one of the most important things in volleyball. And just to always keep their heads up.
Yeah, I definitely think also volleyball, there are certain skills that are going to take time and practice to learn and everything, and so it's important to like never give up, and I always try to teach people to ask questions, and to learn from others.
Of course. So how did it feel to beat Woburn for the first game of the season?
I think it felt great. Yeah, we lost to them, I believe, the past few years, so it was really good to finally win, especially the first game of the season.
Yeah.
It felt so good to open up the season with a win.
And so beating Reading was pretty big too. How'd that one feel?
Yes.
Okay. It was really good. The energy was so high, especially for a game so early in the season. Definitely from the JV and freshman team, it was really good. And even our bench, it was awesome to be surrounded by all that energy and positive energy. It was really good.
Nice. So what do you guys do before games to prepare yourselves?
We like to watch huddle and watch like game film. We like to see where the teams serve, where they hit to, and we'll change our defense according to that.
Cool. So do you guys play in the off season?
Yes.
Yes.
We both play for Gators. We're on the same team.
Oh,
it's
cool.
a club volleyball team.
Nice. So do you guys do any other sports or just volleyball?
I play basketball in the winter, and then I run track in the spring.
Nice.
And I do softball in the spring.
Cool. So do you guys feel pressured as captains and or starters, or is it just kind of like effortless at this point? You know what you're doing.
I wouldn't say effortless. There's definitely some games where I have butterflies in my stomach and I'm nervous, but I think I've gotten used to it at this point, and it's just more about focusing on keeping the team together and making sure that if you're nervous, then like everyone else is going to be nervous.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're staying up and having everyone else look up to you.
Cool. So are there any teams coming up that like you like really want to beat, or is there anyone that like you've already played that was like you needed to beat?
Melrose.
Yeah, I definitely say tomorrow's game is really huge for us, and we're very excited for it.
Yeah, they're still undefeated, so to take a win from them would be huge.
Nice. BHS gym, be there. So how has it felt working with Cass, like before and again now?
It's been really great. It's been a really fluid transition from having Coach Wall to Coach Blum. She's been awesome. She really knows what she's doing. She's definitely that calm voice, especially in moments of stress during crazy games. She's been awesome.
Yeah, she's always been a #1 supporter. So
nice. So if there could be one message that you could tell yourself throughout the entire season, what would it be?
I definitely say to leave it all on the court. I know this is definitely probably going to fly by this season, senior year, so kind of put everything out there and soak up every moment.
Nice.
Yeah, I think to always come in thinking every team's going to be the best team you're going to play. I know we've truly learned this season that teams will get better than you think they have been in the past, so just always play your game and just put it all out.
Is there anything else that I haven't asked you about that you want to say, or maybe you covered it?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Awesome. And that's all for this month's episode. I'd like to thank my guests, head coach Cassandra Blum, Lindsay Baxter, and Kelly Joyce. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Liz Gillespie, and we'll see you next time on BNEWS Sports Hub.